All right, let's dive right in. Today we're going to crack open an ancient text to look at a totally fascinating theory of the universe. It's one that sees cosmology not just as, a bunch of physics equations, but as this epic ongoing struggle for balance.
So I'm sure a lot of you have heard this before. It's a really famous verse from the ancient Upanishads. It's just this beautiful prayer, right? A plea to be led from ignorance to enlightenment, from darkness to light. It really speaks to something deep inside all of us.
But what if this wasn't just a beautiful metaphor? What if the ancient sages who came up with this were actually describing a fundamental process of the cosmos itself? Well, that's the wild idea we're going to dig into today. Okay, so at the very heart of this cosmic model is this constant, dynamic conflict. Think of it like a cosmic tug-of-war between two fundamental opposing forces. One is all about order, and the other? Well, the other is all about chaos.
The text actually gives this whole process a name, Jiti. Now, this isn't about one side just winning a battle and that's it. Jiti is this active, ongoing process of keeping order in the universe where these bright, structured forces are always constantly regulating and balancing out their chaotic opposites.
So let's break these two teams down. On one side, you've got the luminous forces, called the devas. The text calls them published matter, which is such a cool way of saying it's organized, it's structured, it's life-sustaining. And on the other side, you've got the non-luminous forces, the unpublished matter. This stuff is just pure, violent chaos, and it's potentially really disruptive to the whole cosmic setup.
So you're probably wondering, how did these ancient thinkers even begin to explain such a complicated dance? Well, they used a completely brilliant narrative trick. They described it all like a great big assembly, a dialogue between these cosmic forces, almost as if they were conscious beings trying to figure out how to organize the universe. And this wasn't just some random stylistic choice. As the commentary here points out, giving these forces a personality was a very deliberate teaching method. The rishis, the sages, they used it to take this incredibly deep subject, cosmic physics, and make it simple, engaging, and something you'd actually remember. It's basically teaching science through a great story.
So let's look at how these cosmic teams form. In this great dialogue, different kinds of cosmic rays start teaming up with fundamental forces. First, you get Gayatri rays joining up with Agni, or heat, and boom, they become intensely bright. Then, the Trishtup rays combine with Indra, or electricity, and they become sharp and penetrating. And finally, the Jagati rays join forces with something else, something crucial, to bring actual structure into existence.
And this brings us to the absolute master key of this entire cosmic system. We're talking about the one force that regulates all the others, the ultimate governor that literally holds the fabric of the universe together. The text calls this force Varuna.
And the specific tool, the mechanism that Varuna uses to pull all of this off, has this really powerful name, the Varuna Pasha.
Varuna Pasha literally means Varuna's noose or Varuna's bond. But don't think of it like a trap. It's described as this universal, rope-like bond, a cosmic net, really, that connects every single particle to every other particle across the whole universe. It's the invisible web holding everything in its proper place.
And I mean, you really can't overstate how important this is. According to the text, without this Varuna Pasha, the universe as we know it just couldn't exist. All the atoms that make up you, me, the stars, the planets, they would all just fly apart into nothing.
Okay, now get this, because this is the really mind-bending part. The Varuna Pasha has this brilliant paradoxical two-part job. First, it binds everything together, acting like a kind of cosmic superglue. But, and this is key, at the exact same time, it also separates everything, maintaining a perfect, precise distance between every particle so they don't all just collapse into one big blob. It pulls you in, but not too close. And this is the result of that incredible balancing act. Because of this dual-action force, the universe gets to exist in this perfect equilibrium. Particles are kept in that perfect Goldilocks zone, not too far apart, not too close together. This stops both total dispersal and catastrophic collapse, and it allows matter and energy to actually interact in a stable way that makes, well, everything possible.
So after this whole cosmic negotiation, the team-ups, and the master regulation by the Varuna Pasha, what's the end result? What do we get? The text describes it as a state of ultimate cosmic harmony.
And of course, this state of perfect balance has a name too, Tanunaptra. This basically represents a universe that is self-protecting, self-sustaining. It's the state you get when all those orderly, luminous forces are perfectly held in check by the Varuna Pasha, creating a cosmos that's stable and makes sense.
So in this state of Tununaptra, that cosmic battle we talked about finds its peace. The potentially disruptive, violent power of those non-luminous forces, it isn't destroyed, it's just neutralized. It's brought into balance, which allows the structured, life-sustaining universe to thrive. Order has been created from chaos.
It's just a breathtakingly elegant model, isn't it? And it leaves us with one final thought. Whether you look at this as physics, philosophy, or just beautiful poetry, it's a powerful reminder that humans have been looking up at the very same stars for thousands of years, trying to figure out the rules of the game. It really makes you wonder, what other incredible ways has ancient wisdom tried to describe the fundamental forces that govern all of us?